I hope you're doing well, Amy. I really enjoyed what I've seen of this show. I love that the complexity here isn't just in the leading role, and all the supporting roles have such great depth and layers to them. I just wondered how important it is for you when you sign up to a project that your character's not just there to kind of support, but has her own story and her own motives.
Yes, that is such a big draw, and I think it's obvious for me to say, but when all characters are complex and you can't put them in a box of I've seen this before, I've seen this before, it only enhances our protagonist, right, and makes him more complex. Where he thinks he might know these characters in his detective work, but we trick him, we trip him up. It makes him work harder. So I thought the show handled that beautifully. All the roles are interesting, no matter their size.
I want to hear some Vanilla Whore songs.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll always.
Are you a fan of Vanilla Whore?
But obviously, you as an actor, I'm sure you always kind of create backstories to characters. But when they've been in a kind of band, do you really kind of help create and picture their career, their music, their sound? Do you come up with any kind of song or album titles or anything like that?
No, but when they came up with that one, I was like, really? Okay. But no, I mean, I leaned more heavily on like visuals of like lots of women, whether they were musicians or not, and certainly took the lead of the costume designer's vision. When you enter a show, the creative staff are months ahead of you in terms of research and process. That sometimes it's easy, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's go with that. But yeah, Melanie, there are a lot of backstories for Melanie. But no, I didn't make up any other band names for her. That one, they already did it.
I mean, because this project, it feels obviously so ingrained and inspired by kind of classic film noir of the kind of golden era of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a show that feels really cool to watch. Was it cool to make with the dialogue and the kind of constant nods to the genre? Did it feel like you were almost stepping into a kind of old movie, despite how contemporary it feels?
Well, there's a day between when Colin and I were driving in that car, and we both, I appreciate him doing this because I do this too. Like, no matter how long I've been doing this, it's always so wonderful to have that moment of like, you're like, this is really fun. Like you allow yourself to become the kid again who once dreamed, oh, I'd love to be in a movie one day. But like, you're driving down Hollywood Boulevard and you're in this 1964 blue convertible Corvette, and it's with a gorgeous dog in the car too to boot. Like, it's so fun. Like, we just got the giggles, and then you go back to like serious characters. But I appreciate that he too never lost that kind of wide-eyed boy wonder to it all.
I mean, your career is littered with such excellent roles on both the kind of big and smaller screens. But I keep coming back as an audience member to The Office, because it's like my warm hug of a TV show. I put it on all the time. It truly got me through the pandemic. I just wondered if you have an equivalent. Is there a show or a film that you turn to when you just need something really familiar and comforting?
I feel like that's like a new thing. But my daughter now does that with a few shows, and so I happily sit on the couch with her, and the shows that we happen to be doing that with are Schitt's Creek and the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and we'll go through it over and over, and it's part, I think the comedy holds up well in those shows, obviously, but also there's this moment that my daughter, my teenage daughter, wants me to hang out with her, so that's my warm hug.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Amy. Much appreciated. And best of luck with the release of this.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!